When we're faced with having to choose ourselves versus choosing others or helping others, we often get caught up in what we should do, what others think we should do, feeling guilty and feeling shame.
You are listening to It's All Mental Podcast, a show that empowers Black and brown females on how to maintain good mental health through personal and real-life experiences. Each week, we explore various topics that any female can relate to. I am your host, licensed professional counselor, and owner of Glass Seats, Pamela Smith.
What's up, good people? Coming to you with our last episode for the year. And then, of course, we will be back the first Tuesday in January. I hope everyone had a happy holiday and will continue to have happy holidays into the new year. I wanted to talk really quickly about choosing yourself and not feeling guilty or any shame about doing so. Brene Brown wrote an article about shame versus guilt. And she says that she believes that there is a profound difference between shame and guilt. That guilt is adaptive and helpful. It's holding something we've done or failed to do up against our values and feeling psychological discomfort. Whereas shame, it's an intensely painful feeling or experience of believing that we are flawed and therefore unworthy of love and belonging. Something that we've experienced or done or failed to do makes us unworthy. She doesn't believe that shame is helpful or productive, and in fact believes that shame is much more likely to be destructive or hurtful behavior than the solution or cure. And so what I would like to say about that is when we're faced with having to choose ourselves versus choosing others or helping others, we often get caught up in what we should do, what others think we should do, feeling guilty and feeling shame. I have to say that for a long time I did that. I chose others, and it did not bode well for me. Once I started to choose me, I felt so much better about doing it and learning how to set those boundaries and actually increasing the validity of the relationships that I was having, because I wasn't feeling like I wasn't worthy. I wasn't feeling like I needed to do this in order to keep this person or these people in my life. I actually chose me and felt good about it. And the more that I did it, the easier it became. So just a little thought for you as we go into the new year. I'm not going to say anything about making resolutions and all of that because I don't believe in resolutions. I believe in goals. But even with the hardest of decisions, start choosing yourself. It doesn't mean that you're selfish. It doesn't mean that you don't care. In fact, it's just the opposite. Choose yourself. Set the boundary and learn to be okay with it. As usual, I would love to hear your feedback. Have a happy holiday and see you next year.
Thanks for listening to It's All Mental Podcast. If you could do us a favor and leave a review on Apple Podcast, that would be great. Until next week, I am your host, Pamela Smith.